Okay, so now we're going to tackle the idea of sharps and flats. Okay? Now, if you know anything about music theory, a sharp makes a note go higher. Exactly how much higher? Well, a half step higher. Okay? And a flat makes a note go lower by a half step. So if you had a B flat, you just take a B and you go half step lower. Okay? And then if you had a C sharp, you just go from C and then you go up a half step. So what we're going to do is we're going to tackle the idea of sharps first and then flats. So when you're going up, you know, if you're going up a string, right, up the guitar, we're dealing with sharps. And we go lower or backwards, we're dealing with flats. Now that's if we're in what we call the key of C. If there's no sharps and flats, these are what we call accidentals. It's different when we're in a certain key, but if we're not in a certain key, we just have, or if we have like all natural key, which is a key of C, so no sharps and flats in our key signature. So when we go up, it's gonna be all sharps. When you go backwards, it's gonna be flat. So this is how it works, okay? So in a previous video, if you know the natural notes, E, F, right, G, A, B, C, D, E, right? These are all the natural notes, right? So when you go up, the places where you're gonna have sharps is when you had whole steps, right? Because you just skipped a fret. So that fret in between those two frets, so in between F and G, right here is gonna be, one of those sharps. So again, sharps has to do with taking a note and going up a half step. So if you're going up, this second fret is gonna be some kind of sharp. Well, what kind of sharp? So it's note before it, which is F, and then up a half step. So this is F sharp. Let's go to the next sharp, which is gonna be right here on the 4th fret. Well, what's the note name of that? Let's look at the note before it. 3rd fret. What is the 3rd fret note name? G. So that means the 4th fret is G sharp. So just playing only sharps. We have F sharp, G sharp. Okay. Where's the next sharp? Right here. Because we had A to B, right? So we have this note. So the note before this note on the 5th fret is A. That means that 6th fret is A sharp. So it's going to be F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. Okay? Now between B and C, it's a half step, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's go from C, alright, to D. That means we have a note right here. This is going to be the 9th fret. Okay? This is what we call C sharp, because the note below is C, C sharp. I know on the piano, like if you do like all the black keys, it sounds like this. Yeah. Sounds kind of some kind of like pentatonic scale, doesn't it? So let's do one final sharp note. That's gonna be on the 11th fret because we have D and E, right? So this note is D sharp. So going up, it's F sharp, 2nd fret, G sharp, 4th fret, A sharp, 6th fret. Then we have C sharp, 9th fret, and D sharp, 11th fret. Okay. And then you could do that with the next string. So open B, right? B to C, again. There's a half step, right? So, and then we know that there's a C sharp, right? So C sharp is gonna be 2nd fret. D sharp is gonna be 4th fret. Now there's no E sharp. Well, there is, but E sharp is just F. So let's go to F. F sharp is gonna be the 7th fret, and then G sharp is gonna be the 9th fret. A sharp is the 11th fret. And you could just try to figure out the sharps. Now, when we talk about flats, and we talk about going down, right, the other way. So the way it works is, all those places where you had sharps, they could also be flats. You're like, well, how's that work? Well, turns out that whenever you have an accidental sharp or flat, you can either call them two things, a sharp or a flat. Okay, it's just how it is. Now the way it works is you look at the note before, that's higher and it's lower a half step, right? So the 12th fret up here is E, right? Remember E? So if we're going down, these are accidentals. This is an E flat. So D sharp, this is D sharp. So D sharp and E flat are what we call enharmonic, okay? So this is, D sharp is also an E flat. C sharp is also a D flat, okay? A sharp is also a B flat. G sharp is also A flat. And then F sharp is also G flat. The way it works is, again, this note, just look at the note above it, E, and then flat it. E flat. This note above it is D, so D flat. Say this note right here, alright, the 4th fret, the note above is A, so this has to be A flat, okay? So let's say you had all accidentals going down, it'd be E flat, D flat, B flat, A flat, G flat. And that's how it works. It's kind of tricky, but it is what it is.